Alright, Shalom. It's your brother Yerashima from the GMS Champaign, Illinois branch. Before all things, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Scientists, the Hakim that's pushing this truth for all righteousness and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. And we'll get into a little bit of this article. It's like in that article, this clip. It's a real short clip, so this is gonna be straight to the point. But some real good information came up out of here, which I've been knowing the mass majority of this for some years. But to see it surface again about our forefather King James, alright, who translated the 1611 Bible in English, alright, and how we received this word, how the Lord worked through him, man, and we received this word, man. Which, that brother had a heavy duty, man. All right, that brother had a heavy duty, man, and the Lord was dealing with him to put the spirit on him, all right, to do what he did. All right, because these devils, man, they were trying to destroy the scriptures. All right, in the same breath of saying they are the people and they're the real Christians, and all right, because it was the Roman Catholic Church trying to destroy the scriptures. They stopped the scriptures from being translated. All right, so for them to say they're these, Christians who follow the ways of Christ, but they're the deceiver, they're the devil, because they were trying to do the exact opposite of that, man. Hey, but the Lord, there's nothing you can do against this truth, man. All right, the Lord always, makes a way. No matter how bad it looked, the Lord, He makes a way. All right, for our people to be escape that damn hood, all right, in the end. Even if we go through hardships for disobeying him, right, he still always makes a way for his people to return back unto him. So I'm gonna play some of this now.
So that kind of brings us to King James the sixth and the first. He was a black man. Okay. Now you can go to the National Portrait Gallery and you'll see a white guy looking back at you. But those portraits were basically repainted. Okay. What couldn't be painted over were engravings. And in the 1611 Bible, there's an engraving of a black man. He was actually, again, an Israelite of the royal house of Judah, descended from the Pharaoh's line. Okay, but what came in through France. So he was the one who had the Bible translated as faithfully as possible at the time, because it says in the foreword actually that there were people, and he meant the Roman Catholic Church, who wanted to destroy the word of the Most High, and he didn't want that to happen, so that's why he had the Bible translated. He sat on the thrones of England, Scotland, Ireland, and France actually, and he unified them into one kingdom. And I said, there's the bogus painting of James. He's been smeared with allegations of homosexuality and.
So yeah, they whitewashed him, all right, which was prophesied to happen. All right, all this was starting to happen. They had to wait, of course, till King James passed away. He passed away 1625 AD. But even before then, during the Renaissance era, all right, they were already starting to whitewash plenty images, man. What they call iconolism. So here it is right here. First Maccabees 3:48, it says, and laid open the book of the law, all right, which is the Bible, the scriptures. It says, where the heathen had sought to paint their likeness of their images. So they went around the whole world painting, all right, the prophets, all right, who were so-called black men, very dark-skinned men, all right, painting them to be all right, fair skinned, to be red, all right. That was a ploy. But that was these devils, man, who went around doing that, man. Sought to paint the likeness of their images, man. All right. That's why when you look at a portrait, a picture of what was supposed to be so-called Jesus, you see a white man, all right, because they put images of what their people look like, which that was an actual man, Cesare Borgia, all right, who was Pope Alexander's son, all right, and he was the real LBG, all right. He really got down like that. And he was a nasty motherfucker and gave his sister's herpes, all right, and all type of wickedness, man. He had a male lover by the famous painter of Leonardo da Vinci, all right. That was his lover, that's actually who painted that famous picture of him. That's portrayed all around the world. So yeah, man, these people, they're wicked. They're the wicked, all right? And he's deceived the whole world, all right? But that was prophesied to happen. This is Revelation 12, and I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil," all right? Esau, Edom. All right, and that great dragon is what? That Roman Empire, man. All right, that got hit with that deadly wound yet did live. All right, so America is Rome all over again, man. Same people who was ruling back in the Greco-Roman Empire, they're here today. Those descendants are here today. That's the Edomites, man. The so-called white Americans, man. All right. It says that great dragon was cast out, that the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. All right. He deceived everybody. All right. Convinced the whole world that he was the people of the book. All right. That he had rightful ownership of the land. All right. That he inherited that. All right. And it says he was cast out into earth, and his angels were cast out with him. All right, yeah, because eventually, all right, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, all right, his real name is Yahweh Shah. He's going to come back, and he's going to what? Go to war against these devils, man. He's going to put the earth back in its rightful place. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of Yahweh," all right, and the power of his Hamashiach, all right, which that word right there is Christ, but the Hebrew word is Hamashiach, all right, the anointed. It says, "For the accuser of our brethren is cast down." And who is the accuser of our brethren? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, which accused them before our power day and night, all right. So these devils have gone around the whole world, all right, deceiving everybody with what? Because everybody's taking on that philosophy. Everybody's taking on that wine of Babylon, man. All right? Everybody's taking on the wine of Babylon, and they have become drunken with it, man. All right? But the truth is coming out. You see, every time this devil tried to make a ploy against the truth, what happened? All right? Nothing worked. Nothing came from it, man. All right? Because, 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." All right? Because you can't do nothing against this truth. Point blank, man. If it's not of the will of the Lord, all right, it won't come to pass, man. Acts 5 and 38, it says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught." All right. So if it's not of the Most High, it ain't gonna come out. It says, "But if it be of Yahweh," all right, who the world ignorantly calls God, his true name is Yahweh, which means what? He exists. He is. It says, "Ye cannot, but if it was of Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it, least happily ye be found even to fight against Yahweh. Right, so yeah, you can't fight against the Most High, man. So if it's of the Most High will, that's what's gonna happen, man. All right, you have to know, hey, that the things that are prophesied in this Bible, all right, the gospel, the good news, hey, these things were prophesied thousands of years ago, and they're coming to pass right in front of your eyes, man. And that this has been an ongoing thing since the beginning of the world, man. The prophets have been writing down what was gonna happen thousands and hundreds of years prior to it happening, all right, since the beginning. All right, this is always, that's why you think Esau Edom takes this thing so serious. All right, because hey, he can't overthrow prophecy, man. Right, he can't no matter how much he tries, man. He end up, hey, in that trick bag. All right, the Most High got him. All right, the Most High got him.
And sleeping with his mother, but they're all baseless claims. Because how can you be homosexual and have 9 children with your wife? You have to have an awful lot of sex to get 9 children, I think. So yeah, more pictures, engravings of him. And there's an engraving of James and his wife Anne of Denmark with a afro. Yeah. So he reunited the tribes of Israel in England. The Union Jack means the reunification of Jacob. Okay, that's why under the throne, the coronation throne, is the stone of Scone, which is the stone of destiny, the stone of Jacob, the stone that Jacob rested his head on when he wrestled with an wrestled with an angel. Same thing, really. So yeah, that's why that stone is there, because this country is the New Jerusalem. You know, you probably wondered why that song Jerusalem comes from. Guy Fawkes was actually an agent of the Roman Catholic Church, and he wasn't about trying to get rid of Parliament. He was trying to assassinate James. Yeah, because the Roman Catholic Church wanted to stop the Bible being translated.
All right. So grab this real quick. Second Esdras 6:28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. All right, and we are in those days now. All right, where the truth is coming to surface. All right, which means this devil, he's about to make a move, man. Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. All right, according to Revelation 12:12. So I'm going to end it with this right here. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. All right, when you look at the ruling class people of the world, so-called white man, all right, no doubt. He said he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So he said he covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. So he went around painting his likeness onto the prophets, all right, onto the great men of the Bible, man. He painted his likeness. He covered their images, all right. He covered their faces, all right, and says, if not, where and who is he? So if the so-called white man who did all that, if that ain't the devil, then who the hell could it be? All right. So I'm going to end it right there. And Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect's sake, who endure all things for. So with that, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakakadash. Till next time, Akim, Shalom.